Wrapped Up in Christmas was released in 2017. This is directed by Peter Sullivan and it stars Tatyana Ali as Heather and Brendan Fehr as Ryan. It's generally a good film, but I didn't love Heather's attitude a lot of the time. I found her to be sometimes irritating, not always, but just occasionally I didn't love her as a character. I didn't love her attitude, so I wasn't always that bothered about what was happening to her. She works as a manager in a shopping mall, and the people above her are demanding that they start to evict certain stores in the mall that aren't performing very well, that aren't bringing in enough revenue. And that's part of the battle that she's facing. The other part is that her family are basically demanding that she gets a boyfriend. And I feel like they're a little bit too pushy and a little bit too insistent. Yes, they want the best for her, but if that were my family, I'd be really annoyed. So there are a lot of really irritating attitudes and behaviours in this film. But if you can overlook that, then it's a relatively sweet film about a boy, Ryan, of course, who has a couple of random encounters with a girl, being Heather, and then does everything he can to try and win her over. And I won't say any more than that. Heather's niece does play a great role in this. This is Molly, played by Princess K. Mapp, and I think she brought a great energy to it. She was never irritating. She was a really likeable character, and I feel like the film definitely relied on her to help things move forward. I don't mind her being insistent that her aunt gets a boyfriend, because I feel like that's okay. The Christmas aspect is pretty strong. I kind of expected it would be, because when you have a film that's set in a shopping mall, shopping is a very big activity at Christmas time, and there are a lot of beautiful decorations. One of the stores does gift wrapping, so we have a lot of Christmas presents and some beautiful music and Christmas activities and several mentions of A Christmas Carol. So if you're looking for a film to help put you in the Christmas spirit, then Wrapped Up in Christmas is a good one to go with. I really liked Ryan. So even though there were times when I didn't really like Heather, I was still invested enough in their relationship and wanted the best. I found the relationship to be much more interesting from Ryan's perspective. And I almost feel like Heather had a passive role to play in the relationship. It definitely felt one-sided for the majority of the film, but thankfully it was one-sided on Ryan's side, and I liked Ryan all of the way through the film, so it worked out quite well. It's not perfect, mostly because sometimes I didn't like Heather's attitude, but the rest of the film, I think, worked really well. It's an interesting enough narrative. The setting of the mall, that worked really well. According to IMDb, part of it was filmed in City Creek Mall in Utah. It is quite fun to see which stores are in the background. We have a Claire's Accessories, I noticed, and a couple of others. That's always really great fun. I enjoyed it. It's not perfect, but if you're looking for a Christmas rom-com that you haven't seen, then Wrapped Up in Christmas is not a bad choice.